Hey guys, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Dead Space. This is episode 3. And last time we left the atrium area of the ship, and we're now in the medical bay.
Shh. Shh, it's all right, Nicole. He's here. Nothing to be afraid of. I knew you would come. Just like you said. I saved this for you.
Look at those maggots.
Can I go now? Clarke wants to take me. Just shut up.
And then she ragdolled. Alright, so this here is the Kinesis module. It's basically the gravity gun from Half-Life. It doesn't require any sort of energy, it's just infinite, and you can pretty much pick up anything that isn't an enemy. A living enemy, at least. You can pick up dead ones. Fire them around. Now, she said she wanted to be taken to the shuttle, so we'll store her in... No, don't fall! We'll store her in there for later. Because, you know, save her and stuff. McCoy, however, is going to stink the place up, so we're just going to toss him off the tracks. And... in case you didn't understand how a gravity gun works, the game throws these two boxes here in the way. Alright, so now we're in the medical wing of the ship, where presumably everybody went when they became horrible necromorphs with various injuries. So we're going to be seeing a lot of dead people around here. A lot of Ziploc dead people. Another space vending machine, which I don't even think I pointed these out earlier, but it's basically what, like a crane game vending machine? Anyway, there's a shop here, but before we go into the shop, there's actually a new item here. This right here is a schematic. Schematics are basically new weapons or new suit upgrades that you can't buy them until you've found the schematic for it, basically. So this is a flamethrower. And we actually don't need to go to that store because there's another one in this room.
Ivan, are you there? We were attacked. Kendra's gone. 1 minute she was there, and I can't believe I lost her. We can still do this. Get me the captain's rig codes, and we'll find Nicole. Looks like the crew barricaded the door to the emergency wing. We'll have to blow through it to get to the morgue. Get some thermite from medical storage, and a shock pad from zero-G therapy. Should be down the corridor. Communication is useless in all this static.
How do you even get blood to go all the way up? Like, even people, when you slit their throat, they don't spray that high. That is some messy shit. Anyway, so like Hammond said, we basically need to collect 2 pieces for this bomb over here, that you can see the outline of. One of them is in that door, and one of them is in that door. And in this episode, we're going to be going in that door, to the research wing. But first, add our schematic to the door, store, because it actually does take up 1 slot in your inventory, so it's kind of annoying to carry around. So there's the flamethrower, we can't afford it yet. I could buy the pulse rifle, but we don't really need it yet. It's not going to serve us against the necromorphs we're fighting right now. And there's nothing else new. So we're doing fine right now. Also got our line gun from the end of the last episode. Now we've actually got some ammo for it. Basically, ammo will appear depending on what weapons you buy and what weapons you're carrying on you. I think it's actually like the weapons you're carrying on you. I don't know why I decided to tell you this now. And that's not actually true, because the alternate firing mode for this is just the switching directions. But anyway, the ammo dropped is determined by what weapons you own, so if you don't want drops for a certain gun, you have to actually sell it. But I think it is still higher for the weapons you're carrying. So you don't end up with quite as many useless piles of ammo. The game once again tells us how to do this, even though we had to do it at the beginning. For some reason in my test run, I missed that door like 5 times in a row. I kept shooting my stasis every time they would open. So here is the pretty well lit research area of the ship. Surely nothing will pop out of these vents all over the place. Money's always nice. I don't really understand this anatomical diagram here. Like, okay, the one on the left is a really fat guy with long arms. But then what the hell is this? Like a skinny guy whose arms have fallen off or something? I don't understand. And this is why I'm not a doctor. Damn it, Jim, I'm an engineer, not a doctor.
Hazardous anomaly detected.
Oh, bugger.
Quarantine activated.
I don't know why when the quarantine activated, all the lights turned off. That seems counterintuitive. Anyway, we're going to show off our line gun. Basically, it's, like I said earlier, a much bigger version of the plasma gun. You can sever multiple limbs at a time as long as they're in a row. Where did you come from? Oh, this is going to end poorly. Ooh, that was close. Oh, jeez. I'm not sure if he's dead. Let's give him a good slap to make sure. He's dead. We almost used up all our line racks there, too, but they dropped some more. Now, there's still more enemies in this area, or else the quarantine would have stopped. But they're downstairs, so crisis almost averted. You can hear him choking around. I don't know if I pointed this out before, but slashers are really hard to miss because they always make noise no matter where they are. And then once they see you, they make that retarded yell. So you definitely know they're around. Should be one with no legs down here, dragging himself around. I see a sneaky bugger. However, there's also a fully sized one in one of these vents, I believe. Line racks are always good. Come on, you sneaky bastard. Oh, jeez. Came out of that vent right behind me. And I missed the stasis. Oh, jeez. This is just going bad all over the place. Oh, shit. He's wearing leg armor. Some of the necromorphs, presumably the security personnel, have, you know, armored legs. Oh, another legless guy. Oh, I think I shot that guy's legs off earlier. Oh, God. Seriously, just played this section and there was not this many that time. Or they're getting better at something. Knock the set off.
Quarantine lifted.
Woo! This is the first time that they throw that many enemies at you at once. But it's not the last. This one's actually not too bad because they're all slashers, and slashers aren't that dangerous even in groups. And we actually need to heal up for the first time. Actually, we should probably use 2. Finally, a use for all those health packs we've been stocking up on. Alright, so there's a couple rooms around here that we can open just to loot before heading on to the actual room we need to go to. Line racks, plasma energy. Now, because of the weapon drops and the ammo system for the weapon drops, originally there's an achievement on the 360 version of this for beating the entire game with just the plasma cutter. Now this is completely viable because if you don't buy any other weapons, all you ever get is plasma energy, which is actually a suggested way to beat this game on the hardest difficulty, is to just fully upgrade the plasma gun and use it so you don't have to worry about ammo shortages of any kind. Before we head in that way, because that's the right way to go, drop into this little doctor lounge thing.
What in God's name is going on down there?
I think that's precisely the point, Doctor. God's work.
I'm not so sure of that. We have to assume that the colony's problems are somehow connected to the marker.
You can assume all you want to. I do not. The marker is glorious and divine. You know that.
God moves in mysterious ways.
Anyway, we'll have it on board tomorrow. You can analyze it all you want to. What are you so worried about?
Worried? Captain, people are dying down there, killing each other. Is this madness the transformation unitology teaches us?
Doctor, Terrence, there will always be risk when the stakes are high. And here, they're enormous. It could change everything.
And that's what worries me.
Now the fellow on the left there was Captain Matthias, who's the dead guy we're looking for. And the guy on the right was Dr. Terrence Kyne, chief chief scientist on the ship, I believe. Now they're both members of the Unitology religion, which is what this poster here is for. Join us in paradise. So, the marker that they were discussing was somewhat related to the religion, but we don't know anything more about it yet. It's also that little thing in their logo there. That's the marker, or a marker. We'll know more about it later. Line racks, some more plasma. Oh no, it's audio log.
I finally convinced Jurgens to show me the video feed from the colony. And what I saw was glorious, breathtaking. Miners undergoing a transformation into something extraordinary. I must know more. Even as the believer within me wants to become one of them, the scientist needs to uncover their secrets. I need to study one of these necromorphs, as Kyne so clinically puts it. I need to witness this infection firsthand. Perhaps that patient from the colony.
And now we're in the Biological Prosthetics Center. We keep you working. I like how it's like, in case of emergency, proceed to hospital, wing and medical deck. It's like, don't come here unless your bleeding stump has stopped bleeding before getting a new arm.
Come on! Come
Hey
on!
there, buddy.
Let me
What's
out!
the matter? Oh, better watch up on... Oh, never mind. That nasty little three-pronged booger there is a new enemy, who we'll be discussing in a moment. Seems safe enough. Oh, Jesus. I'm fairly certain that event there is actually scripted because it's happened to me every single time I come here. That little bastard there is the Lurker. They are little fast enemies that are one of the few ranged necromorphs that will just basically sit up on top of a roof and shoot barbs at you until you die. But they can also jump on you like that little cutscene shows. Now this creepy ass room full of dead babies, or twitchy dead babies, those are also really big babies, is where they grow the replacement organs. So none of these babies are actual, you know, living babies. They're just grown as organ farms, basically. But the Lurkers are basically what happens when the necromorphs infect these dead babies. Also, this creepy nursery music playing. You can see these babies are covered in the infection that will eventually turn them into Lurkers. Nope. Plasma energy. That's always nice. Should be... I think there's 2 more of them up here. The line gun is really good against them, and you'll see why when I... Oh geez, the tentacle is stuck. Stop that. It's annoying. Anyway, the line gun is really good against them because of... Oh, wow. It's on the wall now. You can see, to kill them you have to cut those 3 tentacles off. And that's really easy to do when they're standing on the ground. But when they're not, this is a lot better for that. Alright, here we go. Because with a good shot, you can cut off all 3 of them in one shot. No, there should be one more. Like so. How did that guy get in there without breaking the glass in the first place? Oh, the mysteries of monster closets. You can see here, one of them broke out. So presumably all the lurkers on the ship that we're going to encounter all come from this area. Which is weird, because we're going to be fighting a lot of them. So now we're in the locked room. This is actually out there is the research lab where we came in before we got locked down. But you can only get into this room from the outside.
That thermite you picked up should be able to melt through the barricade. Use the shock pad to ignite it. Hope I can hold this position. I can hear something big moving out there.
Alright, so we got the actual thermite, but now we need to go to the other place to get the shock pad. One thing also I noticed is if you have no stasis on that side of the door, I'm pretty sure there's no way to actually get more unless you have a stasis thing. Because they put one here in case you run out, but not on the other one. Oh, here comes some slashers. Armored knee pad slasher. That's it. I don't think he's dead. The old glomp and stomp works every time. Oh jeez, you're not dead either. Oh, for fuck's sake. What? Oh, that's weird. I accidentally fired a mine out of the line gun instead of just shooting. So that almost went poorly. Also, I like how I lost more health there than I did in the room full of necromorphs. Tight spaces and grim faces and all that. Alright, so we should be able to afford our new flamethrower now. Hydrazine Industrial Torch. Now you can I'm buying this before the pulse rifle because it's more useful for it's actually less useful, but more useful in the earlier areas. And we can't even buy any ammo for it because we don't have a schematic for that yet. But I want to show off the flamethrower, and it's not that useful later on, so I'm going to try to use it early. It's got pretty good range. The secondary fire basically just shoots a fireball. And we're going to be showing it off in a little bit, but now it's definitely like the thing with the flamethrowers and all. Anyway, that's the end of this episode. I'm going to keep it short. In the next episode, we're going to go through that hallway and complete the thermite bomb. So I will see you there. Shadefire signing off.